Good morning, dear students. I hope you all are fine. Today I'm going to start with a new chapter of your geography book, that is Human Resources. This chapter is the last chapter of your geography book. In the first chapter, we talked about resources. The term resource means which has got value and utility, that is called as a resource. We talked about the classification of resources like natural resource, human made resource and human as a resource. When we talk about resources which are there in our surrounding, did you ever thought that making steel out of iron ore and limestone and coal was possible if humans were not intelligent? If they were not having any skills? Like you have ores in the environment, in the surrounding. Will the ore automatically convert into iron and steel? No, it was the ability of humans who converted these raw resources into a resource which can be used by humans. So, it was the ability and intelligence of the humans which converted these resources into the usable products. So, humans are also called as resource because without their education, knowledge and skills, all the resources which are present in our surrounding, the natural resources, would have been of no use. In this video, we'll be talking about why humans are called as resources, then distribution of population, then what is the meaning of density of population and factors affecting distribution of population. Chapter 6, Human Resources. People are a nation's greatest resource. And it is being seen that people with their demands and abilities that turn them into resources. That means human itself is the greatest resource and ultimate resource, and they also have the ability that they can convert the natural resources into the products which can be used by human. Hence, human resource is the ultimate resource. Healthy, educated and motivate people develop resources as their requirement. So, people who are healthy, educated, have knowledge, skills and those who are highly motivated, they develop resources according to the requirement which can be used by other people. Human resources, like other resources, are not equally distributed over the world. They differ in their education levels, age and sex. Their numbers and characteristics also keep changing. So, it can be seen that globally, all over the earth, people are living, but the education level differs, age and gender differs, and also the number and characteristics of people living globally keep on changing. Let us also see the fact the Government of India has a Ministry of Human Resource Development. The ministry was created in 1985 with an aim to improve people's skills. This just shows how important people are as resource for the country. That means the Human Resource Development Department works for the improvement of people's skills because people are very important because their skill, knowledge and abilities helps in developing new products, converting resources and also responsible for innovation and creativity. The next topic is distribution of population. We know this thing that the population of all the country is different. People living in different continents are different. Their lifestyle is different, their education, gender ratio is different. Let us see distribution of population. The way in which people are spread across the earth's surface is known as the pattern of population distribution, which means that globally the people are spread and this is called as pattern of population distribution. More than 90% of world's population lives in about 30% of the land surface. That means more than 90% of the world's population lives in the 30% of land surface. That means 30% of land surface which has a favorable temperature where people can live. So 90% population resides there. The distribution of population in the world is extremely uneven. That means the population, the people living in the different countries are uneven and it is not fixed and decided. Some areas are very crowded and some areas are sparsely populated. That means population is less over there. The crowded areas are South and Southeast Asia, Europe, and Northeastern North America. Very few people live in high latitude areas, tropical deserts, high mountains, and areas of equatorial forests. Many more people live north of equator than south of equator. Almost three-quarters of world's population live in two continents, Asia and Africa. So basically, as you know, that most of the population lives in north of equator, that means in northern hemisphere comparing to the southern hemisphere. And also, two-quarters of world's population lives in two continents, that is Asia and Africa, out of 7 continents. 60% of world's population stay in just 10 countries. That means all of them have more than 100 million people living in these countries. The next topic is density of population. Population density is the number of people living in unit area of Earth's surface. It is normally expressed as per square kilometer. That means in 1 square kilometer, how many people are living, that is called as density of population. The average density of population in the whole world is 51% per square kilometer. South Central Asia has the highest density of population, followed by East and Southeast Asia. Suppose in 1 kilometer, 1 square kilometer, there should be 51 people, but suppose there are 500 people, so more people are living on less land, right? So that is going to make it congested or crowded. The next topic is factors affecting distribution of population. There are factors or reasons because of which people are not living at a same place and are distributed unevenly. The first factor is topography. People always prefer to live on plains rather than mountains and plateaus because these areas are suitable for farming, manufacturing, and service activities. So, the first factor under the heading geographical factor is topography. People prefer to live on flat lands because the farming is easy over there, constructing roads, manufacturing, houses, buildings are easy to construct there. The Ganga plains are the most densely populated areas of the world, while mountains like Andes, Alps, and Himalayas are sparsely populated. So people don't prefer to settle on Himalayas because life is difficult over there. Climate. People usually avoid extreme climates that are very hot or very cold, like Sahara Desert, polar regions of Russia, Canada, and Antarctica. People don't prefer to live the areas where there is a lot of high temperature. Maybe it's too cold or it's too hot. People prefer to live in moderate temperate zones. The next factor which affects the distribution of population is soil. Fertile soil provides suitable land for agriculture. Fertile plains such as Ganga, Brahmaputra in India, Honghe, Changjiang in China, and Nile in Egypt are densely populated. So people prefer to live in the area where the soil is fertile because it is good for agriculture. Next factor is water. Obviously, you know water is very essential for our survival. People prefer to live in the areas where fresh water is easily available. The river valley of the world are densely populated while deserts have spare population. That means people prefer to live in the area where fresh water is easily available and they don't have to struggle for the drinking water and water for their daily needs. People don't prefer to live in the desert area where water is not easily available. The last factor under geographical factors are minerals. Areas with mineral deposits are more populated because people set up industries, factories over there, and definitely, if people reside near factories and industries, they will get jobs and they can work over there for their livelihood. Diamond mines of South America and discovery of oil in Middle East leads to the settlement of people in near these areas. The next factor is social, cultural, and economic factors. Social, areas of better housing, education, and health facilities are more densely populated. That is, people prefer to live in the areas which are having better housing, colonies, facilities, education, and health facilities. The next factor is cultural. Places with religion or cultural significance attract people. So, people prefer to live in the areas which has got religious and cultural importance because it attracts people. They live there. Economics. Next topic is economic. Industrial areas provide employment opportunities. Large number of people are attracted to these areas. People always seek for job opportunity and development. So, most of the people prefer to live in the areas where there are facilities, job opportunities, so they can reside there and they can live there and they can work there easily. So, this was all for the day. These all topics will also be discussed in online classes. Thank you so much for watching.